Hello everyone, it's Pepsi back here in Roblox Wild Horse Islands. Today I am doing a new video on the Holiday 2024 event update that was just released today a couple hours ago. I'm going to be going over the complete holiday event as well as other update changes including the New Year's celebration rewards, the 3rd anniversary of Roblox Wild Horse Islands rewards, and other changes that have affected the main game as well. So without further ado, let's get started. I am going to be displaying the update log on the screen right now. If you missed the pop-up when you joined the game today, these are the changes that have been made in short summary. There is also a complete update log on the social medias from Trick, the developer, and I will be going over all that in depth. So I'm going to take that off the screen and go back in game. And there we are. So I'm going to reset. The holiday event update is actually on Winter Resort Island. So, normal ways that you get to Winter Resort Island, as I talked about in a bunch of my previous videos, is through Wesley the Resort Pilot on mainland or through the boat captain, who you can talk to and just travel to Winter Resort Island. The new change for the holiday event is this whole section right here, to the right of the lodge. So as you can see, Hank's reward icon, I believe, has been changed to this little chest, and that is where you turn in your snowflakes. This is like the lodge, and if you follow the pathway past the other ski lift, which I previously mentioned I don't really use, but now it has a use because it is closer to the holiday section of Winter Resort Island. So this holiday section is over here. We will be going over every single thing. These all are ways to earn the event currency, and this time for the holiday event, the event currency is called Holiday Spirit, and it looks like this, and I will show you what it looks like in game as well. To complete the entire event this season, you will need a 4,800 Holiday Spirit. So you need quite a lot. And there is no gift machine this year as far as I am aware. As you guys know, I haven't been playing long enough to have had experience with the previous holiday update. I've only been playing for 2 months. But I have heard about the gift machine, and this year there is no gift machine. First, we are actually going to go to the lodge. So if you go from the plane and just follow the pathway up to the lodge, I do have one change I want to talk about in here. So everything's as normal, your reward turn-in and everything is still here. But if you talk to Larry, the item trader, that is right here, normally he had, when you click buy, a bunch of the winter items in the winter shop. But if you click event shop, you will now see he has those winter items, but mixed in is also the holiday items for winter tokens. So again, not all accessories, decor, and other items are in this shop. Some of them are only redeemable through doing the turn-ins for the event currency, but some of them are available here in their default colors, and they are mixed in with the winter stuff, so you have to kind of decipher through which are which. So like this is a holiday limited versus if I click on the beanie, this is just a winter limited. So make sure you take advantage of getting all the items in the shop using your winter tokens. And let's head over to the holiday event area. Let me just pull up a horse. I did rename my main horse, if you guys noticed, to Burberry. Yeah, I have no explanation. I like Burberry. I decided to rename it because I was using the plaid accessories. So following the pathway on the map down this way, we head over and we are greeted with holiday gates. You can open the gates. You have two sections. You have the reward section first, and then you have the ways to earn the event currency, which is the holiday spirit. So let's head over to the reward cabin. If you're looking on the map, it is right here. It is called the elf cabin. It isn't really labeled besides that small sign that you saw. And then in here, we have the head elf, which is how you redeem the rewards. I forgot to check it with the horse trader, but I do have a picture of the horse that is limited to this year. So as you can see, at 200 holiday spirit, you get a reindeer plush. At 600, you get a brown reindeer. At 1200, you get the holiday entrance gate, which you saw at the beginning to the section of this island. At 2400, you get the white reindeer. At 3600, you get this year's limited horse, which will not be returning next year. So the brown reindeer and the white reindeers return every single holiday season, as well as fawn horses. If you've seen those, fawn horses can be any breed, and they have a random chance to spawn in the wild along with your reindeers. But this year we also have the Gingerbread Arabian, which is a 2024 holiday limited, meaning it's not going to be returning. It is 3,600 to get it with the reward Milestones. Otherwise, you can also get it in the horse shop as normal for, I believe it's a Roblox horse. Or you can get it by catching it in the wild as well. In the wild or in herds. All of these also apply to herds. And then lastly, at 4,800, you have a lit halo. So those are the rewards that are available. And you can turn these in, I believe you turn in 40 at a time. It has changed from last time. So let's see. Yes, every 40 holiday spirit you get an item. And then once you reach those milestones, you are guaranteed to get these items specifically. So last year it was 3 holiday spirit, I believe. This year it is 40. So these numbers are inflated by quite a bit. And then this is the little cabin. It is nicely decorated. It is a pretty cute place for photos and stuff. And that is that. Here you can see one of the holiday spirits. It is these glowing little orbs. If you walk past it enough, it'll automatically collect it, or you can press E or tap on it if you're on mobile to collect holiday spirit that floats around. It can appear anywhere where there is normally resources, or think of it like the tokens or experience that pops up. But I find a lot of them on Holiday Island, on the Winter Resort Island, in this holiday section specifically. There is always some by the tree and in other locations. So here you can see some of the reindeer horses. These are lost reindeer horses. These are not catchable. Even though they are wild horses, you cannot catch them. The point of these is it's one way to earn your holiday spirit besides collecting them from the orbs. So this is the first one I'll be talking about. This is basically herding back lost reindeer to the paddock. Any lost reindeer that you return to the herd in the paddock, you can get 3 to 5 holiday spirit. The lost reindeer are always near here where the Christmas tree is and the race, and then you have to lead them back to the paddock, which is this pen labeled over here. There is also an arrow that pops up when you start herding them. It will not consume a lasso to herd the horse, the reindeer, So let me find one, if I can find one that's kind of close. So you want to get behind it and then kind of just lead it towards the paddock. And make sure you keep clicking to try to in that circle where your lasso is. Otherwise, they might run in the opposite direction. Once you lead it into the paddock, you get 3 to 5 holiday spirit, and you saw I got 4 from that. And this is the paddock or the pen, so you can take care of the horses in here to also earn holiday spirit. The tasks in the paddock are you can feed them, so these are the feed troughs. There are 2 of them. If it has the check mark like this, it means it is full. You will not get any rewards for feeding them, whereas if it has the little need icon, you can feed them and receive holiday spirit. For feeding, you get 1 holiday spirit. So to feed them, you can exit the pen, and there is food, manure piles, and water over here to the when you're facing the pen, it's to the left of the pen. So to feed them, you can just grab hay from the hay pile, lead them back over to the food troughs, and then again, if you click feed on a completed one, it won't give you anything. It'll tell you it doesn't need feed right now. But if I do it to this one, I can get 2 holiday spirit. Sorry, I said 1 earlier. You get 2 holiday spirit for feeding. For mucking, which is cleaning up the manure piles, where, oh, 1 right here. It'll have a red exclamation point. You just press E or tap on it to collect the manure, and then go put it into the pile, dump it into the pile over here by the hay pile. Then you can do water, so you can grab water from the buckets of water over there, and then the water things are over here. So if it has the exclamation point, it needs to be filled. If it has the checkpoint, you can't fill it, and it is full. So those each give you holiday spirit. Feeding gives you 2, mucking gives you 2, watering gives you 2. The other thing you can do is give the reindeer affection. If it has this icon with the little pat icon with the heart, you can give it affection. It is similar to the ghost mini game if you played the Halloween event, where you have to click 5 of the hearts that pop up on your screen. Every time you don't click a heart, so let's say you're at 2 out of 5 and you miss the next one, you lose a heart, so then you're 1 out of 5. If you miss enough, it'll exit you out of the mini game, but if you get 5, you complete that mini game. Giving affection to a reindeer gives you 3 holiday spirit. I already went over herding lost reindeer to this pen, to the paddock. Again, it gives 3 to 5. And then the last way you can earn holiday spirit in this pen is repairing fences. If you see a fence with a hammer and an exclamation point, you can click repair. It is a clicking mini game. You have to get it into that little green area on the bar 3 times and it'll repair the fence. If you miss that green bar, it will not affect you negatively whatsoever, so you're okay if you miss it. I was playing on a public server earlier, and there was more broken fences and much more reindeers that needed to be pet or to have affection. There was a lot more manure and a lot more feed disappearing. So I recommend public servers right now just because you have more chances to do the mini games for holiday spirit. And that's just based off of me playing for about an hour and a half since the update came out. So now we're at the reindeer barn. The reindeer barn is right next to the pen and the little piles. If you kept following the pathway down, this is where it leads. The reindeer barn is another place where you can earn holiday spirit. There are several tasks inside the barn, so if you enter by pressing E or tapping on it, this is what the barn looks like. It looks like the horse stalls, and you can see the exclamation points. So similarly, you have the piles in the middle, you have the water, the hay, and the manure piles. So you can take care of the reindeer in here. You can collect manure and put it in the dump pile, and that gives you 1 holiday spirit for mucking. Feeding, the feed is on this side. It gives you 1 holiday spirit for feeding. So if I do this, watering gives you 1. So all of these will give you 1 compared to the 2 outside because they're shorter distances, I assume. Water, I don't think any of them need water. Even if they're full in here and you press E or you tap on the pile, it will not give you a pop-up, it just won't give you a reward. The feed does, the water doesn't let you know. If you do accidentally grab something and every one of them is filled, because for example I'm in a private server so it's not as needy, you can put the hay back by pressing E or tapping on the pile again. So inside, the holiday spirit given is 1 for feeding, 1 for mucking. You get 1 every time you do water. If you give affection to the horses in here, you still get 3 for every time you do that mini game because the mini game does not change. And I think that's all the activities in here. Yes. So, holiday spirit is now given to that head elf. There is no more present machine. So that is how you collect your rewards. If you go up the stairs, there is nothing up here. These hitching posts are the only thing. And I assume they... Yeah, the hitching posts are the only thing that's really up here on the 2nd level. That is all inside the barn. That is all for the paddock as well outside the barn. I already went over the milestone. We also have a couple more training activities and races. So going back towards the Christmas tree, across from the pen, you have the 1 race that's on this section of the island. It is called the Holiday Village Race, but if you go on the map, it just says race right now. I'm not sure if that's going to change. Hopefully it's fixed soon. But this is a Holiday Village Race. It has 25 checkpoints. It takes me... I've seen players take about 45 seconds. I only did it once, and it takes a minute for me, but that's because my horses... Sometimes when I'm using my thoroughbred, it's a little fast and I miss it. And you can also tell while I'm doing this, sometimes I get holiday spirit from the little collection orbs as well. When you finish this race, it has 25 checkpoints. You get 10 holiday spirit for doing this. So you do get the most holiday spirit from doing this, but it's not necessarily the fastest. I will be doing another video going over the best methods according to the math to efficiently get 4,800 holiday spirit. But from just my short time playing, I think doing the race is decent. I also think the fixing the fences are decent. The methods I do not like is I really hate doing the affection. It takes way too long. And the taking care with the basic needs, if you're doing that, I think you might as well do it outside. Get 2 holiday spirit per need that you take care of, whether that's feeding, mucking, or the water, versus inside. I definitely prefer doing them out here. And yeah, I again, I'm biased towards doing fences, collecting the orbs, because the orbs give you like a decent amount, 2 to 3, I think. I think mostly 3. So collecting the orbs, mending the fences, especially if you're in a public server where there's a lot of broken fences, and the race. Sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to be grinding the race over and over, but yeah, that's also a decent method. That's what I can tell so far. So that's the race, and then the holiday themed training activities have been added as well, similar to the winter training activities. However, the holiday training activities will not give you holiday spirit. Just warning you now, it gives you winter tokens, just like the winter training activities. Again, those winter tokens can be used to buy some holiday items, but it is still winter tokens. It cannot be turned into the head elf towards your rewards. So, while I'm heading over here, let me check the shop. No, we do not have the limited horse here. We do have a penguin Andalusian. Do I want to buy this? No, it's Palomino. It's not a pure or perfect hair. Am I still... I'm still holding the manure. Sorry. Okay. So I'm heading over to the training pen. While I do that, I will be talking about horses again. The limited animals and horses. So again, we have reindeer. It comes in 3 coat colors. You have the brown, which is common, the white, which is rare, and the black, which is rare. Again, when you're doing those trade-ins for the holiday spirit and you have these milestone rewards, you only get a brown reindeer at 600 and a white reindeer at 2400. So you do not get a black reindeer. So I highly recommend trying to catch a black reindeer if you can. The reindeer itself is uncommon to find in the wild, so Trick said it was roughly similar to finding an Akolteki in the wild. You will be rewarded, again, the brown reindeer and the white reindeer for trade-in rewards. Reindeer cannot be found or made into calves, babies, or foals, so you will never see a foal as a reindeer. We also have the limited fawn horse coat. All horse breeds have a chance to be a fawn horse. Fawn horses, I think the most popular ones I've seen are Percheons. But those are holiday limited. They come back every holiday. They are not limited to just this year. Okay, so let's take a quick detour and look at the Christmas layouts. This is the pole jumping, I think. Yeah. Pole work. And this is the show jumping one. And it uses the holiday decor as well. These will only give you winter tokens. Okay, back to limited horses. So this year we do have a horse that is limited to only this year and won't be returning. It is not shown at the barn, so because it's not in the horse store either, I will show an image of it on the screen now. There it is. It is called the Gingerbread Arabian. That is also the correct mane and tail color coat, dye coat. So if you see it with the Gingerbread Fade, I believe it's called, the Gingerbread Fade hair dye, that means it is perfect or pure. So these are called Gingerbread Arabians. To me, they look cute. They do look a little doodly, like people were saying on socials when the update came out. But I like it. I think it's cute. I love Arabians, so for me, you can never go wrong with limited Arabians. So that is that horse. And again, like I mentioned, reindeers, gingerbread Arabians, and the fawn coat on any breed of horses can be found in the wild, in herds, and in shops for winter tokens. We also have a bunch of limited accessories, like I mentioned, that were in the winter shop, but some that also can only be earned. Oh my gosh, my game is bright. That can only be earned when talking to the head elf and redeeming your rewards. So I will be doing the list at the very end of the video, going over all the limited items. So if you're interested in that, there should be a timestamp, and it'll be at the very end of all of this. Going into New Year's, so let me pick up my horse. So for New Year's this year, for New Year celebrations, we have a countdown timer that is found in 2 locations, one in front of the Winter Resort Island Lodge and one in front of Noel's cabin in the Holiday Village. These will be shown not now, so I actually can't find it, but there'll be a counter somewhere over here. And these will actually pop up December 30th through January 6th. So they are not here now, but this is where you will find one of the New Year's countdowns, and then the other one will be in front of the elf village that we first showed, where you talk to the head elf. So let me show you where it is. Here we go, in front of here somewhere. So these are the 2 locations that'll have New Year's countdowns, and they will start showing up December 30th. The timer will run on the hour every hour on those days, so they will be showing hour by hour. By attending any New Year's celebration, you will earn free fireworks or a party horn. The party horn accessory does come in different colors. There is no limit on how many of each that you can obtain. Other updates for other changes for this update. So let's head over. Let's talk inside the elf cabin, because I really like the decor in here. So Wild Horse Islands is also turning 3 years old this time of year, and that will be on December 23rd. So December 23rd from 12 a.m. UTC and December 23rd to 11:59 p.m. UTC is when you can obtain the 3rd Wild Horse Island birthday balloon. It comes in your random colors. So that is when you need to log in to get that birthday balloon. And let me double check when that is in my time zone. So 12 a.m. UTC to midnight UTC. Okay, so I am in PST. So 12 a.m. will be, for me, that is 4 hours ahead. So for me, that is 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are on the East Coast, that should be 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Yes. And then it'll end 24 hours from then. So I'm double checking though, sorry. UTC is the previous day. Okay, Sorry, time zones. That's a fun conversation. UTC is 8 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time. So midnight UTC is 4 PST, the previous day. Okay, so for the previous day, so I think 4 p.m. the previous day, which is December 22nd, to 4 in the morning on the 23rd. Yes, maybe. Don't ask me about Pacific Standard Time. It's fine. Try logging in between December 22nd and 23rd to get that birthday balloon. I'll tell you that because I'm pretty sure my phone and Google gave me wrong information at first. Yeah. Or you can just search up a UTC to whatever time zone converter you are in, for whatever time zone you are in. Midnight UTC is... Okay, yeah. So midnight UTC for me would be 4 p.m. the previous day. So if we're talking about December 23rd, for midnight UTC for me will be 4 p.m. on the 22nd is when it starts. And it will be 7 p.m. on the 22nd for the East Coast by that conversion. Okay. So you will get that birthday balloon, and then if you log in on December 25th from 12 a.m. UTC, so again, that's 4 p.m. the previous day in PST, and between December 25th on 12 a.m. to midnight that day on UTC timing, you will also receive a free Christmas present. So that is for the Christmas celebrations. Again, for Christmas celebrations, log in on December 25th on Christmas Day from 12 a.m. UTC, or if you're in PST in the United States West Coast like I am, it is 4 p.m. on the 24th. Yeah. And in 24 hours, you have that time, you will get a free Christmas present mouth accessory. That also comes in different patterns as well. I mean, different colors. But those are the celebrations that are coming up. In addition to that, this update does have some changes. I love this plaid pattern, by the way. I'm obsessed. Okay. We have some changes that I really like. I'm actually going to reset and go to mainland to show these. We have new max limits. So if you have been trying to buy apples like I have in my previous video, we now have new maximum limits. Sorry, I was expecting this to load faster and I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why I was making that expectation. But now the new maximum buy limit from shops is, instead of 100 as your maximum, it is now 1,000. So if you are buying apples, this comes very much in handy for maximum apple buying. And hopefully, unlike me, you don't spend 3 hours buying apples with like almost 1 million tokens. But if I go to Henry, I wanted to show the case this here. Here is the apples. You can buy up to 1,000, and I am gonna buy 1,000. I need to buy a lot more. I want to spend 400,000. But besides that, now you can buy 1,000 at a time, which really helps with apples or max crafting if you are crafting lassos, for example, or anything else. Speaking of crafting, the maximum crafting limit instead of 50 is now at 250. I appreciate that for lasso crafting. But you can now craft up to 250 items at a time. So let's say you're crafting your, I don't know, I use copper lassos. You can now craft up to 250 at a time. instead of just 50. This is your new maximum, which makes it easier. And then a couple other changes for the main game. The lowest lassos, which include wood, stone, tin, copper, and bronze lassos. I use copper lassos, so this does help me. Have a little bit of a bigger radius. Instead of 10 being the smallest radius for these lassos, it is now 15. So my circle is a little bit bigger. That makes me happy. If you're wondering why I only craft copper lassos, it's because some horses only give you like 100 tokens for reselling. So I know I'm getting profit with every horse I'm catching with a copper lasso. Copper or bronze, really. Anyways, that's why I use them. So those are the changes that have been affecting the main game. There is also a slight change with reindeers being like they used to float a little bit off the ground. I don't know if you guys noticed. That also has been fixed. But yeah, so this is the complete update for the holiday update. Again, the holiday event is ending at the same time as the winter event is ending on January 10th at 2 p.m. PST. So that is when you can count on the event to end. Again, it's roughly in 21 days. Along with that, on January 10th, we are also getting the competition hub update, which, if you haven't heard me talk about that, it is I believe it's a new island, a new competition. Yeah, it should be a new island. The competition hub is basically races and other training activities, and then there are also limited rewards for participating in that competition hub. So I'm excited for that. If you have... Oh. Okay. This is the other way you can get to the event hub. I didn't realize the button is still on the update sign. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I am also going to be talking about all the accessories real quick. This is the entire list of the holiday accessories. I keep this towards the end because it is just me yapping. And not a lot of people, I think, want to hear all of them. But if you're like me and you want to collect everything, this is the list of everything. So, limited accessories we have with the holiday event. This is not including winter. This is just holiday. We have the candy cane halter, which is in red and green. The green one is not in this event shop. It is only found in the trade-in for holiday spirits. So that is the candy cane halter. We also have the green tree halter. We have the gingerbread man halter. We have jingle bells, which is a mouth accessory. Dreidels for mouth accessory. The face gingerbread man for a face accessory. Tail accessories, we have menorahs. We have holiday bows for shoulders, mini Christmas trees for tails, Christmas stockings for a mouth accessory, wreath crowns for a head accessory, present stacks for a tail accessory, elf hats for a head accessory, Santa hats for a head accessory, tail candy canes, which are tail accessories, obviously, gift bags, which are shoulder accessories, lit halos for a head accessory, the candy cane antlers for a head accessory. This also comes in red and green, and a rare chance to be 2 different colors. Christmas tree toppers, which is a head accessory, reindeer plushes, which is a tail accessory, decorated antlers, head accessory, holiday neck wreaths, which is a shoulder accessory. We also have 3 limited hoof trails. We have the Santa hoof trail, the deer hoof trail, and the elk hoof trail. We also have accessory patterns for the holidays. So we have the red candy cane pattern, the green candy cane pattern, the Christmas tree, and the gingerbread man. We have 2 limited vehicles for Santa sleigh and the candy cane sleigh. We have, let me double check if those vehicles are out here. We have several limited hair dyes for, I believe, Santa fade hair dye, the elf fade hair dye, the deer fade hair dye, and the deer fade hair dye, and the gingerbread fade hair dye. So those are those 4. Santa fade, elf fade, deer fade, gingerbread fade. We have 4 limited auras, including the candy cane aura, the Christmas present aura, which is in 5 different colors, by the way, the gingerbread man aura, and the Christmas tree aura. We have several decor items, the Christmas present jump, the decorative polar bear cutout. So these first 4 are both in the shop and as a trade-in reward for your holiday spirit. So we have the Christmas presents jump I just talked about, the decorative polar bear cutout, the decorative reindeer cutout, and the decorative Christmas tree cutout. These next ones are only earned with the Christmas spirit trade-ins. So this is the decorative gift bag decor, the holiday entrance gate, the giant decorative candy cane in red or green, the decorative holiday wreath, the decorative holiday garland, the decorative North Pole, holiday string lights, decorative Christmas tree, holiday wreath jump, Santa hat jump. And those are all the limited accessories. So that was the entire list. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing every single detail for the new update and have fun playing it. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you have any other content you want to see in Roblox Wild Horse Islands, let me know. And without further ado, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.